Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you, each and every one of you guys and girls. We're going to do the update on the hashtag Assemblers Unite group build hosted by Shaggy and Link. So Shaggy's Awesome Garage and Link Scale Models. Both of those guys came up with this idea when somebody made a comment about if you build out of the box that you're only an assembler. You're not a model builder. You're not a builder. And that's not really too cool. I don't know who did it or whatever, but, I agree with these guys. Hey, we buy these models, we build them the way we want them. I don't build models to make you guys happy. I make models to make me happy. And you guys inspire me, though. And I love making new friends. And before I get started, I want to shout out for Glenn's models. You guys should know Glenn. If you don't, I'll leave a link in the description. But this is Glenn's new shop card, and thank you, Glenn, for sending it to me. And we need to keep Glenn in our prayers, okay? Because, excuse me, I got a cold. Yeah, he's been kind of down and out, and, I can relate. I've been there before, I'm not always happy all the time. I'd like to be, but I'm happy most of the time. I mean, nobody's happy all the time. But, yeah, I can relate, Glenn. And, we're always thinking about you, me and Lisa. And, you're definitely in my thoughts and prayers, brother. You're a good friend. And I'm glad, we met on YouTube, and then hopefully we can meet someday in person. That would be cool. So, Glenn, hope you get better soon and take your time. Take all the time you need. We love you and we miss you. All right. Next guy is Caleb over at BigGuyModelworks. He's also on Instagram and Facebook. And Caleb is fairly new to the community. I don't know him very well. I'm getting to know him, and that's our cool thing. He's a good builder. You can check out the builds. And so I was happy when he reached out to exchange shop cards, because, I'm slow. And when I meet, the more people I meet, I don't know if it's like overwhelming. I don't know how to explain it. So, I mean, there's so many more people I want to reach out to, and it just seems like the more people I reach out to, the busier I get. I mean, I like watching videos, but I bounce around all the time. I'm not like constantly, except for Glenn and Jason at Blue Ox. I've been Jason's, the guy that really got me started on YouTube, because he was a local guy here, and I thought it was cool that he had a channel, and I said, he inspired me to start my channel. So if you don't know him, I'll leave a link, and I'll also leave a link for Caleb here. So Caleb, I got your sticker already on my desk, and this one's going to go on the ever-growing wall of inspiration. So, thank you. So, yeah, Shaggy and Link, I met Link at NNL East. I spent time at his house in Rhode Island. We went to a antique shops, and that was super cool. And I want to do that again. And he came up here to New Hampshire, and we spent the day. He stayed over the night, and then he got a ride back down by his nephew to Rhode Island. That was cool. And Shaggy, someday I want to go crab fishing with you. This is the chassis. Let me start taking this apart. Nothing's glued permanent here. Fits together like a glove, though. This thing's awesome. That's the dashboard, and I use no paint on this. I use the gallery ink markers, and did some highlights there in the gauges and on the buttons. I used some gray panel liner on the heater vents and on the foot pedals. What was that? I'm Destructo. Captain Destructo. Door panels, I used floor wax. So those came out nice. The seats, floor wax. The back seats, I used floor wax just to highlight the seats. And on the power brake booster, I used a gold paint marker, and I still need to do this little reservoir right here with Jelly Roll pen. That's white ink that I get from Hobby Lobby. So yeah, that's the interior tub. The radiator shroud, I used Tamiya Weathering Master Silver. And you know those little brushes you get with these? Well, mine always seem to break. So I use a paintbrush that I dedicated just for that. So yeah, it came out nice. I'll do some highlighting. Let me see. The engine's pretty cool. I use zirconium black for the headers. I did panel liner for the 392 Hemi. I use gallery ink markers for the pulleys, and I use a black Sharpie for the pulley belts. I used, I want to say, dark steel for the transmission. Yeah, engine's nice. Under the chassis, I used Weathermaster silver for the highlights. The exhaust is gallery ink marker, aluminum, as well as these little shrouds. I don't know what they call them. So, for lack of a better word, these little silver shrouds. Let me see. What do I have left to do on this thing? Well, the rear red tail lights and brake lights. I got to do bare metal foil on the inside. And then on that, I don't know if you could see it. Yeah, that Dodge, I'm going to use bare metal foil on that. So, pretty cool. I use bare metal foil on the mirrors because they were just green. What else? Oh yeah, yesterday's video I said that I used Fusion Firm on the brakes for my Psychedelic 60s group build. Well, I use Fusion Firm, but it's for this group build. I got I sprayed like 80 parts chrome at one time, so I try to be efficient, you know, because I'm in so many different group builds. So yeah, you guys haven't tried that stuff out, I highly recommend it. And I'm not making any money. I'm just telling you how it worked for me. Let me see. The body. I'll see. The glass is still in the bag. And here's the body. This thing's pre-painted. It looks mean. So I got to put decals on. Decals, I got to use some panel liner in the exhaust ports there. And like I said, decal it. So I should be done. This is going to be my last update, so appreciate you stopping by. If you don't mind, can you please give me a like, a subscription, and tell all your buddies. Thank you. Bye.